Imagine driving up to your friend's house on a hot summer day, only to have someone walk by, smirk, and throw a bag of dog poop onto your windshield. That actually happened to me. And what I did next? Let's just say, she learned that when you throw crap at people, sometimes it comes right back, hotter than ever. If you've ever been disrespected by someone who thought they could walk all over you, and dreamed of giving them a taste of their own medicine, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. Because this is one of those stories where karma doesn't just knock on the door. It kicks it open. This story takes place around 2005, middle of summer, Midwestern heat so thick it felt like breathing through soup. I was on my way to my buddy Aaron's house. We'd been friends for over a decade. Real solid friendship, the kind that survives bad haircuts, worse decisions, and late-night beer-fueled confessions. Aaron lived with his mom, and so did his older sister, Tanya. She was around 27 at the time, a few years older than us, and let's just say, we'd never exactly been on friendly terms. You know those people who always seem to have something to prove. The ones who treat sarcasm like it's a competitive sport. That was Tanya. Every time I visited, she'd roll her eyes, toss snide remarks, make me feel like I was some stray dog tracking dirt into her pristine world. Speaking of dogs, Tanya loved hers. A little Jack Russell, all bark and fury. And I'll be honest, I've never been much of a dog guy. Maybe they could sense it because her dog, that thing hated me on sight. Growling, snapping, the whole package. Anyway, that day I pull up to the curb, step out into the muggy heat, and there she is. Tanya, walking back from her little dog walk, leash in one hand, a tied-off baggie of dog poop in the other. I don't think much of it. I'm reaching to grab my six-pack from the passenger seat when, out of nowhere, she walks right past my car, pauses for a split second, and tosses the bag straight onto my windshield. Just plop. Right there. No hesitation. No words. Just a smug, satisfied little smirk on her face as she walks past me toward the house. For a second I freeze. My brain can't even process what I just saw. The heat, the smell, the insult, it all hits at once. My jaw clenches. My stomach turns. I feel that little pulse in my neck. The one that means you're this close to snapping. She didn't just disrespect me. She mocked me. And the worst part, she thought she could get away with it. I stood there, watching her disappear inside, feeling my heartbeat in my ears. The sun was beating down, the air thick with humidity. And I remember thinking, all right, Tanya, you want to play dirty? Fine. Let's play. Narrator, tone sharpens. Now, I wasn't about to make a scene. That's not my style. I'm not a yeller, not a door slammer. But I am someone who believes in poetic justice. So I pick up that little bag of karma. Still warm. Gross. I look around trying to find a trash can. None in sight. And see it. Tanya's car. Her precious 1999 Honda Prelude. Sitting right there in the driveway, gleaming under the brutal afternoon sun. The kind of car she babied, polished, bragged about. And that's when I notice it. The sunroof cracked open just a few inches to let the heat escape. It was like the universe had handed me a gift-wrapped opportunity. My brain flicks between angel and devil. Angel. Don't do it, man. That's too far. Devil. She literally threw dog crap on your car. You're just returning it. And you know what? The devil made a pretty good point. So, without a word, without a single glance around, I carefully pick up that bag, by the knot like a trophy, and ever so gently lower it through the sunroof. It lands perfectly on the passenger seat. A silent, stinking declaration of war. I close my trunk, grab my six-pack, and walk inside like nothing happened. Narrator, smirking tone. When I step into the house, Tanya's there, leaning against the counter, that same smug grin plastered on her face. Like she's just won some invisible battle I didn't know we were fighting. She looks at me and says, "Windshield look clean." Just smile. Spotless. Aaron's in the living room, clueless, handing me a beer. We settle in, start up the old PlayStation, crack open a few cold ones, and spend the next few hours talking, laughing, completely unaware that outside, Tanya's car was slow cooking her own revenge. That summer sun was merciless, probably pushing 95 degrees. Inside that sealed-up car, the heat was doing what heat does best. The bag of dog poop, sealed tight, sitting there on her seat like a forgotten grenade, slowly transforming into something foul, something unspeakable. And me. I just drank my beer, played some games, and went home feeling balanced. Didn't brag. Didn't tell Aaron. Didn't tell a soul. Sometimes the best revenge is the one that sits quietly, fermenting. Narrator. Couple days later I drop by again. Same house, same driveway, except this time Tanya's out front. And she's fuming. She looks at me with this mix of rage and disbelief, like she's staring at the ghost of someone who ruined her life. She says, "You think this is funny?" I tilt my head, confused. What's funny? Then she unloads. Turns out, Tanya had been planning to sell her car. She'd even lined up a buyer, some guy who came by to check it out. But when he opened the door, the smell that came out was enough to make his eyes water. That hot bag of dog poop had been baking in her car for days, sealed up tight, stewing in the heat. By the time she discovered it, it wasn't just a smell. It was a biohazard. She told me the buyer took one whiff, turned right around and said, "No thanks." I tried to keep a straight face, but I couldn't. I laughed. Right there. In her face. And for once, for the first time in all those years, Tanya didn't have a comeback. No snark. No smirk. Just silence. She never threw anything at my car again. Not so much as a glare. There's something deeply satisfying about balance being restored, especially when it's someone who's made you feel small, disrespected, powerless. Because it's not really about the poop, right? It's about that moment when someone underestimates you, when they treat your patience like weakness. But when you finally stand up for yourself, not by shouting, not by fighting, but by letting karma do what karma does best. Man, that's a beautiful kind of justice. She threw crap at me. I just gave it back. And poetic. Sometimes revenge doesn't have to be loud or violent. Sometimes it's quiet. And it smells terrible. But it teaches a lesson. Don't dish out disrespect if you can't handle the aroma when it comes back. If this story made you grin, hit that like button and tell me in the comments, what's the most satisfying revenge you've ever seen? And if you love stories where karma gets creative, make sure you subscribe, because I've got plenty more where this one came from. Thanks for watching. And remember, never mess with someone who knows how to play the long game.